Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies, and this is the largest PSE shipment I've ever had in. This is a 40-foot shipping container which shipped from PSE about in September 2020. Now, it was due to be arriving in Australia the week before Christmas, so I was expecting all these bows to be ready for the Christmas period, and I was hoping they were going to be here before Christmas so I could get them out to shops. Now, that didn't happen. It was stuck, there was bad weather, the container got stuck, and then when it was due to be delivered, it got stuck in quarantine, so it had to get fumigated for the stink bug, I believe, and then it was due the week after Christmas because it was getting fumigated. Now, this is the third week in January, and it's literally just been delivered at 1:30 on Monday morning. So I just want to take you through what's in here. Now, I have no idea what's in the shipment. Originally I ordered the shipment, and it was COVID and busy, and it took time to get the stuff together, and then PSE had another customer cancel their shipment, and I picked up their whole shipment. So the shipment was originally meant to be a 20-foot container, but it turned into a 40-foot container. Now, I've got no idea what's in this shipment. I've got no idea what's going to be inside. I actually haven't seen the invoice for what's in here, so I don't know what's in. So let's open up and have a look. Okay, so this is me opening the container, and this is the fear that I had when I opened this container, that the thing was going to be empty, and it pretty much is. So the difference in freighting a 40-foot container to a 20-foot container, it's not double, but it's close to it. And you'll see that half this container is empty. Now, apparently it wouldn't fit in a 20-foot container. And like, we're going to jump inside here because it's just absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Like, the people who packed this container, and I know that the sales people are no longer at the shipping people at PSE. So it's split out. So they've split the shipping from the factory, and the cost associated with a 40 to a 20 foot probably cost me in the vicinity of $3,000 extra. Now, I'm going to guess the average wage in America is about, probably, you know, for the person who packs this container, is probably in the vicinity of $600 a week. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like, if you would have got them off the pallets and loaded this in, this would have fitted easily in a 20-foot container, and this has cost me in excess of 3,000 American dollars, $4,500 extra, because the people packing the container were lazy. Might be harsh words, but it's like, you've just, how does this happen? And then after this, I'm going to be like, hi, you know, to the PSE, have you seen how empty this container was? It's just, so when I get so scared about, like, how have I got a 40-foot container? How's this happening? This is the stuff that goes wrong when you ship containers. So let's just open it up and let's go inside. Okay, so I measured this container out. Much to my bloody disappointment. So this container is actually 12 meters long. So there's going to be some mass here I don't understand, but there's 6 meters of empty space, which means a 20-foot container should be able to fit this in. Now, there's 4 containers deep, sorry, 4 pallets deep. So I'm going to be on the phone to my shipping company going, how many containers fits, how many pallets fit wide, fit on a 20-foot container? Because there's 4, and look at the gap at the top. Like, you could have fitted 2 of these at the back on top of the others. So after I get off the, after I come down, I'm going to be contacting the shipping agent, because this is just garbage, and then I'm going to be sending an email to PSE and saying this is just garbage. Like, how does this happen? Because it's so disappointing. It's just very, very disappointing. But let's have a look how they've been packed. So I'm up here now. I've got to go and get I'm going to go and get a forklift to try and unload these. And if I was at the other store, this would be easy to unload. So they've been shrink wrapped, and in each one of these boxes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bows. So in a section, so in each pallet, there is 5 bows, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4 boxes high by 2. So there's roughly 10 bows. So there's 10 bows by 2, 3, 4. By 4. So there's about 40 bows on a pallet. And there's, I hope I got that maths right. I do have a maths degree. So there's 40 bows on a pallet, and there's 4 rows deep. So there's 80, so there's 320 bows. And what I'm doing right now is I'm doing the numbers in my head. So there's 320 bows in this container, and I'm working out how much I just paid for the freight on this. I'm guessing I paid 7,000. So it's not too bad. $10 a bow, $20 a bow, so about $25 a bow. So it's not too bad if I paid 7,000. So now I've got to go and contact the freight company to see how much I paid on the freight for this container. And we're going to unpack it all. But it's like extremely disappointing. So disappointing. So with that, I'm going to get into unpacking it, see what bows are in here, and make all the appropriate phone calls and find out how much the freight was for this, and then we can reprice all the bows. Because to bring a bow in by air is $80 a bow. This container will be around $30 a bow if I've got those numbers right. But that's why I've got to unpack it and sort of see. But it's just like, look, how many bows could I fit on top of here? Like, you could easily fit another 20 bows on top. So this definitely would have fitted in a three pallet system. And not only that, like, instead of doing full containers, you can do LCLs, which are part containers. This would have been, in my opinion, a lot cheaper to bring in as by the pallet. So I'm like, there's going to be a lot of communications about this, because from me importing archery gear in 30 years, this is the biggest stuff up I've ever had. So it's just terrible. So with that, let's get this unpacked and sort of see how it turns out.